It ain't so. I mean, come on, Manny Pacquiao. What are you doing? Please tell me. Somebody tell me. Tell me this is not happening, right? Manny Pacquiao, Mike out. Look, I never thought I would open up a video like this. Okay, let's start over. All right, counterpunch boxing talk. Manny Pacquiao coming off a loss from Jeff Horn due to step in the ring with none other than Mile High Mike Alvarado. I mean, I never thought this. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever make a video that those words combined and collected together and they made that type of sentence. Like, it never crossed my mind. I mean, come on, Pacquiao. Come on, Pac. Look, you guys know I'm a hardcore Manny Pacquiao fan, right? One of my favorites of all time. I mean, he's up there with Sugar Ray Leonard and Ali in my mind. I mean, not, pound for pound or whatever, but in my mind, as a my own independent personal line of fighters that I like, okay, of all time, Pacquiao is up there. But look, just quit, call it a day. You've done enough, right, Manny? You've done enough, okay? When we get fights like this, now you guys know, a lot of you may know, I'm very good friends with Mike Alvarado. In fact, about a year and a half ago, I got a couple of pictures here. Yeah, right here. I covered one of his fights, okay? Had my press creds. I went there, covered the fight, and then him and I watched the Juan Diaz fight together, okay? They're dark as hell. Terrible pictures, but me and Mike chilling, Mike Alvarado hanging out, watching the Juan Diaz fight together. Back then, he told me, he's like, look, I'm done. I'm doing it for money, basically. And if you don't believe me, you can go, well, actually, I'll post the damn video. I have an interview with Mike Alvarado. He told me that, he injured his eye in the last Rios fight, and that's why he quit. But we all know, I even knew, like, when he told me that, I kind of laughed, and I said, really? Like, really? We know back then he had trouble. He had legal trouble. I think it was like a gun, drugs, alcohol, whatever. He wasn't ready. You could tell even in the open media workout, Mike Alvarado, he looked terrible. He looked terrible. And I was in this little green room with Mike Alvarado, and it was with like ESPN Deportes or whatever, and I was in there with Mike, and he's like warming up, like punching towards the camera. You know how the fighters will punch towards the camera, and they'll show that in between fights, like, coming up, Mike Alvarado, and it's just a little commercial type thing. But I was watching him do that, and it just looked like bad. It looked like, he looked bad, okay? I'm not going to dog on my boy, but it's nothing I wouldn't tell him to his face, okay? But now, and why Canelo, I don't know why that picture's named. That was actually my first interview with Canelo right there, which I might post that on the channel, okay? The very first time I interviewed Canelo. But Mike Alvarado, Manny Pacquiao, what can I say? What can I say? Wow. Okay, let me read just a little bit here. I'm just like shocked. Okay, Pacquiao Alvarado is a horrible fight on paper. Okay, Mike Alvarado, 37, hasn't done anything with his career in the last 5 years. Alvarado has lost 4 out of the last 9 fights, since losing to Ruslan Provodnikov, Brandon Rios twice, Juan Manuel Marquez, which is one of my favorite fights. The old man like schooled the younger man. I love that fight. The knockdown, it was a good fight. Good fight. Go back and watch it. Okay, Alvarado looked really bad going into the third Rios fight. Knocked out on January 24th, 2015, okay? And again, when I talked to Mike about that fight, he told me that Brandon injured his eye in round 1. That's why, he looked really bad, which, we all know it's not true. Okay, Pacquiao Alvarado would have been a good fight if it took place back in 2012, and it would have been decent, back at the peak of Alvarado's career, when he was a warrior, right? He's that phone booth warrior. That's what when I think of Mike Alvarado, he's the inside warrior in my mind, and he had a lot of heart, a lot of guts, that kind of thing. But look, we got to face it. Pacquiao and Mike Alvarado, your careers are over, okay? I would rather, look, I mean, you might as well say, you know, Manny Pacquiao versus like my neighbor, right? My neighbor. This is it's getting out of control, and you know, all these other channels, man, they're having a heyday, you know, hating. And I'm not hating on Pacquiao. I'm being honest. Like it's getting ridiculous. Okay, now yes, you guys know. I mean, I took a lot of heat. In fact, I got a copyright strike because I had a video that went viral exposing Jeff Horn. We know Manny Pacquiao won that fight. You know, but, you know, he didn't look like the old Pacquiao. What was it, round 9? That was the old Pacquiao. I believe it was round 9 when he busted Jeff Horn up. You know, every round, I mean, he should have toyed with Jeff Horn, okay? And, you know, here's the thing. Here's the plot twist, right? Like, hit the brakes, plot twist. I thought about this earlier. What if Mike Alvarado actually wins? Like, what if he beats Pacquiao? I mean, could you imagine? So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I mean, what do you think? Am I over-exaggerating? You know, I don't think I am. Right now, we have an in-depth conversation going on in our boxing group, Counterpunch Boxing. You know, you guys come over and check it out. But right here, I posted, you know, Manny Pacquiao versus Mike Alvarado. I wrote, come on, Pacquiao. I said, come on now, Pacquiao needs to retire. This is getting ridiculous, okay? Like I said, we just put the post up. You guys can come over, check it out. Counterpunch Boxing on Facebook. We got a real good boxing group over there, as you see right here. You know, send a member request, and I will approve it, so you can come over and talk to us. But anyway, what do you guys think? I mean, you know, but here, look, here's the thing. Let me end it right here. Another channel, okay, they brought up a pretty good point, okay? They were like, well, you know, who else is out there for Manny right now? Because you look at Thurman, you know, he's going to have a comeback fight. You know, you look at Danny Garcia, he's basically booked. I mean, you look at the whole welterweight division right now, okay? And the only really plausible opponent to me would be maybe a Sean Porter. You know, what about maybe a Lucas Matisse? Maybe, you know, I mean, anyone other. Look, when you get into the Mike Alvarados, I mean, these guys are done. They're doing it for money. He told me to my face he's doing it for money. You know, I mean, he doesn't care about being the best. He cares about getting a check. Okay, so there we have it. What do you think?